It's pretty well known that in advanced societies we have what's called sitting disease, and a lot of us have chronically short and tight hip flexors. But a short and tight hip flexor is still weak. I'm going to basically go through a loaded hip flexion, right? That's the action. I want to be loaded on my anchor leg. So I'm loaded. And from this position, with that oppositional force, I'm going to take the action leg with a tall trunk and go in to this hip flexion moment, right? Barely trying to touch and resetting. Hip flexion, and notice I'm using my arms in kind of a running pattern. If you're losing your balance, you can use a staff or a rod to hold you in place, stabilize, and then you can really get that action. Try to start from a lengthened position, take that hip flexor into a shortened position. But this is basically loaded hip flexion, serving two purposes: to load my hip flexor in a dynamic way and stabilize in a single leg squat. Loaded hip flexor.